Hey y'all, I'm coming to y'all on my lunch break. Excuse my nails. I have four nails on. I have four nails left. I was taking my nails off last night and I just got really tired, so I'm gonna get the rest. But I'm currently having some of Tabitha Brown's her vegan pasta salad. All her products that I've tried, the popcorn, all that stuff is good. I know everybody else has videos of them reviewing it, but she really did her thing on this one, so I would say get you some. Hey y'all, so I'm not gonna go through all the, where I've been. It's just been busy, like I said before. Like I'm trying to take my nails off. I'm all over the place. My rap ain't even rapping. So like it's cool. But I just want to get right into it. So number one, when you're on a trip with a bunch of women, the first thing you need to do is check yourself. Check your self-esteem, check your self-confidence, all that stuff. Because when I say I gained 15 pounds from the summer to like right before, and I did the dumb. I got on a scale at my sister's house in Tampa, and I'm sorry if I'm, looking back and forth, but I'm trying to, see, but yeah, I got on a scale and I was the biggest that I've ever been in my life. And also, I'm also the oldest I've ever been in my life. So I was just like, you know what? Forget it. It is what it is. I looked in the mirror and was just like, it is, whatever is happening is just going to happen. And I am going to Jamaica. I'm going to enjoy myself. If I'm just eating all day, if I'm just drinking all day, if I'm just relaxing, it is what it is. And I'm not going to beat myself up for this unrealistic expectation of my body. My body is bodying, okay? I'm just like, where did this come from? But my body was like, oh, you thought you was going to be small? That's cute. But yes, I was serving body in a different way. And I was just like, okay, girl. I was kind of proud. But I say all that to say is like, whatever's happening, just go with it. You're gonna be amongst, like I was amongst other beautiful women. Every woman got something about them that they can, flaunt. So I was like, you know what, this is a trip I've always wanted to be on, with different type of women. We all look good, we all hyping each other up. If you need a belt, an accessory or something like that, we can help each other out. It was great in that, that instance. So I was just like, I just need to tell other people. Like, they were like, oh, I don't think I can go on trips with other girls. Yes, you can. You just need to go on trips with other like-minded individuals. So if you're going for somebody's birthday, just hype them up. Be like, okay, let's take pictures. Make sure everybody get a picture with the birthday girl. Or when you're taking pictures, like ask people, what's your favorite angle? Or research that before you go on a trip, like what angles work for different body types and stuff like that. Things that everybody can feel their best and not feel like I'm an outsider because I can't fit in with this ideal of what I should look like. You know what I mean? So for number two, you're one when you go in a groups to another country. They really stressed that in Jamaica, like they didn't want to separate groups. Like, so when you go to the bathroom, you go in pairs and stuff like that. Like, you travel together, unless it's a solo trip, do you, girl. But when you travel in groups, make sure that you include everybody, and no wandering off, no like other stuff. Like, being on a group trip is not a time to flex your independence. You need to like tell somebody where you're going, and it's not to like be like you on a leash or anything like that, but I'm gonna need for you to be accounted for. So even when I was feeling like anti and stuff like that, I decided to sit in the front of the bus because I can sit up close, I can see like where we going, the sights and stuff, and if I need to take a nap, check in with people, yell to the back. But other than that, I'm sitting up front because that way I had little decompression moments when in between, like when we're going to events and stuff like that. So it's it's still gelling and meshing with other women, and not being so like, oh, I don't want to do this with y'all, I want to do what I want to do. Well, it's not a solo trip, so you're gonna have to like get in tune with what other people doing. And when it comes to like hanging out with other women, get in tune. Like, actually try to find games that include everybody and stuff like that. But other than that, you're one when you're on a group trip. Get along. I also want to real quick bring up that story. I'm not sure where the ladies were, but the group of women got like an Airbnb. And apparently the girl that was filming had wanted to spend the last night with her boyfriend or whatever. And she was like, oh, I don't feel safe because my friend trying to beat me up because I want to spend time with my boyfriend on the last night. But she didn't explain that the boyfriend brought 2 friends. So when you on a girls trip, ain't no guys. No, it's none of that. Like, we weren't allowed for our Airbnb. We weren't allowed to bring anybody back. And we didn't have plans on bringing nobody back because it wasn't that type of trip. Now, if that's the type of trip you on, that's what y'all doing. Y'all grown. But when it comes to other women and where they lay their head at night in safety, do not bring nobody back. That is not cool. So the friend, she was all riled up in the background. She's like, no, I came out and I saw 3 dudes on that couch. So that means that you were bringing somebody else without us knowing. We knew about dude. And then the friend who was recording said, oh, they was for y'all. Like, that stuff is not cool. Do not do that on a girls trip. If he was a real gentleman, he'd be like, okay, you in town for the last night. Can I take you out on a date? Is that okay? And it could have been like a fun event. Like, okay, we getting such and such dressed up for her last night, for the night out with her boo or whatever. Like, that's what you do. You don't, like, I learned, and this is something that I learned, you don't make plans with guys on a girls trip. You just let it be what it is. If he, he'll be like, okay, you hanging with your girls. When you get back, I'm gonna take you out or something like that. But like, to intrude like that, don't do it. Okay, so for the money situation, make sure that you bring enough cash on, your trip. And if not, this is what you do anyway when you go out of the country. Call your bank and let them know that you're going to be traveling to another country. I know you also, with cell phones, you call and let them know. But just let everybody know that you're going to be away. So therefore, you have like a paper trail or a call trail to know that you protected yourself and you're getting money out in another country, so they won't put holds on your cards and things like that. So I didn't plan on getting money out in Jamaica because I thought, I had enough, in Tampa, use the car. So I like got all this cash and I got smaller bills in Tampa. So I was able to tip here and there. But, we were just tipping people and stuff like that. So I ran out of cash. So I needed an ATM. They did have a bank that the driver, and also communicate with your driver what you need and where you need to go. So he took us all to the bank. So I was able to, get cash out. They had 2 ATMs. One was just with Jamaican dollars, and then one said, the Jamaican, I forgot the abbreviation or whatever, but then it said /USD. So I knew we can get money out of that machine. So it was all good. But check in with everybody. If they running low on cash, let somebody know so you can, get your money out and everybody can have enough. But also when planning a trip with that many people, it's best to plan ahead. So you making payments on stuff before the trip. So it's not like you come into the trip and you just bombarded, oh, I got to pay this and that. We only had a couple things we needed to pay. And then the rest is just oh, I'm enjoying myself with souvenirs and drinks, food. So it was really dope in that aspect. So we was able to get money out. So just make sure you call everybody and let them know what's going on, as far as your bank and phone service, so you won't be out of money and out of phone service. So I would say get to know your driver, get cool with your driver, and he'll take you to some local spots that's cool. And I feel like they have the better food. I got a Jamaican beef patty. When I tell you I was eating on that thing all day on the beach. I was trying to savor it because we had went and got some food and souvenirs and stuff, and then we went to the beach, and I was just like, man, I should have got 2 because it's the best thing I've eaten all trip until I had the oxtail. Shout out to Keisha because them oxtails was amazing. All her food was amazing. Keisha was the chef at the house. I'll try to put all their information or stuff like that, but that stuff really you find on the, I guess it was Airbnb, but I'll put all that information in the description box so you can, see who you like, because our transportation was amazing. Mike's transportation. Yeah, but really dive into the culture. Like, it's some rich culture in Jamaica. The coffee is amazing. So food, the people, the music, and they always having a good time. The parties is always going on. You can always find something fun to get into. Just so really, if you are a person that travels a lot, make sure you allow people that don't really get out as much, allow them to enjoy it for the first time, and also put your input in, but allow people to enjoy and take in culture and take in experiences, and don't be so like quick to be like, oh, I did this already, I don't need to go. Yes, you do. We going together. Everybody participates. Don't limit people's experiences. Let them do what they want to do that's safe. Anything that's safe, you know what I'm saying, get into it. Any extra activity, that's up to you. If you choose to partake, that's up to you. Also, get to know your drivers and let them know what type of experience you want to have, because they everything. The drivers are really going to help you find places to get souvenirs for the load. They gonna hook you up. Like, the whole thing, I felt like the whole trip felt like a hookup. I feel like, you really giving this to me? I feel so special right now. Like, the whole thing, I was very grateful to be there. And for my 30th birthday, one of the things people kept asking you, how does it feel to be 30? What you feel? And I feel like I can do anything. And I feel like I'm very grateful and appreciative to have seen the views, met such amazing people. Even if it was just like a short interaction, it was so nice. It was an amazing experience, and I would suggest anybody go to Jamaica. You're gonna have an amazing time. Also, shout out to the Black Girl Follow Train that's happening on TikTok. I have gotten over 1,000 followers. I'm following even more people. And it's just continuing to support so many businesses. Because, in our culture, sometimes you feel like a lot of relationships are transactional. And I'm doing something for you, you're doing something for me. We don't really talk to each other and have like a rapport sometimes. And I feel like ever since the whole trend started, it's becoming like a real movement. And we're supporting each other's pages. We're buying goods. It's just amazing. It's really working this time. I feel like sometimes things become trendy, but it's really becoming a lifestyle to just support and show love. And it's from somebody who, not to toot my own horn, but somebody that I just love doing that naturally. It's good to meet other people that like to support as well. And I'm getting better. Like, I feel like I was overwhelmed before the trip, but now I'm starting to find some organization in my life. So yeah, like, it's just been amazing.